What if the reason you feel constantly disappointed in others is not because people are failing you, but because your expectations were never real to begin with? What if peace isn't found by fixing the world, but by releasing your grip on how you think it should be? The Stoics believe the most powerful freedom is freedom from expectation, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why. Every day, we walk around with invisible contracts written in our minds. We expect people to be kind, to be fair, to respond the way we would. We expect plans to go smoothly, traffic to move fast, emails to be answered, dreams to be respected. And when reality doesn't match those silent expectations, we feel betrayed. We feel offended. We feel disappointed. But what if the problem isn't the world? It's the script we wrote for it without asking. Epictetus taught that, when you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. He wasn't suggesting self-blame. He was showing the path to self-liberation. Because the Stoics didn't waste time trying to control others. They knew the real battle was internal. The moment you let go of your need for others to meet your emotional schedule, you reclaim your power. If you're enjoying this video and want more powerful insights, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this with someone who needs it today. Ready to take Stoicism to the next level? Grab our exclusive Stoic Quote a Day ebook and receive 3 free surprise bonuses to boost your clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. Click the link in the description now and start your transformation, one powerful Stoic insight at a time. Expectations are subtle forms of control. We create stories in our heads about how things are supposed to unfold, and then suffer when life chooses a different storyline. But life was never obligated to follow our script. That's the hard truth. And once you accept it, you become free. Not indifferent, but grounded. You still care, but you no longer crumble when people or events don't cooperate. Most suffering isn't caused by the event itself. It's caused by the emotional crash between what we wanted and what actually happened. That space between reality and expectation is where frustration lives. So the Stoic approach is simple but profound. Close the gap. Release the grip. Love people as they are, not as you fantasize them to be. Walk into each day expecting nothing and appreciating everything. That's not pessimism. That's clarity. This doesn't mean becoming passive or detached. The Stoic doesn't give up on people or goals, but they approach life with eyes wide open. They plan, they act, they speak, but they don't cling. They understand that you can't control how someone will treat you, only how you'll respond. You can't predict what life will bring, but you can train yourself to receive it with steadiness. The more you need things to go your way, the more fragile your peace becomes. Because anything outside your control becomes a threat. But when you detach from outcomes and anchor yourself in your own principles, you become unshakable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the Stoic secret. The world doesn't need to change for you to be at peace. You just need to change the lens through which you view it. Imagine this mindset in action. Someone insults you, but you expected that people sometimes act out of pain or ignorance. You remain calm. A plan falls apart, but you expected uncertainty. You adapt. A friend disappoints you, but you expected human imperfection. You show grace. This is not weakness. This is mental mastery. This is how the Stoic moves through the chaos of life with dignity. Our culture teaches the opposite. It says expect the best, dream big, visualize perfection. And while there's value in optimism, there's danger in entitlement. The Stoic doesn't waste time wishing the world was different. They focus on becoming different themselves. That's the core of Stoic training. Preparing the mind to meet whatever comes, not with bitterness, but with composure. This doesn't mean you stop feeling. You can still be hurt, surprised, even frustrated. But the difference is you don't live in those emotions. You visit them, you observe them, and then you let them go. Because you know clinging to them only drains your energy. And energy is better spent building something within your control, your response, your habits, your mindset. Expectation also poisons relationships. We think love means the other person must behave a certain way. We expect our partners, friends, or family to know what we need without being told, to always understand, to never fail. But that's not love, that's a trap. Love with expectations is a transaction. True connection is built when we allow others to be flawed and love them anyway, not blindly, but wisely, with boundaries, but without illusions. Releasing expectations isn't giving up on standards, it's choosing freedom over fantasy. It's saying, I will live by my values, no matter how others behave. I will show up with effort, even when results are uncertain. I will speak truth, even when it isn't received. This is how you build confidence, not from outcomes, but from integrity. And here's what happens when you live this way. You become harder to offend, quicker to forgive, slower to react. You don't swing with the moods of the world. You become the stillness in the storm. People will notice. They'll wonder how you stay so calm when things fall apart. But you'll know, it's not because life got easier. It's because you stopped expecting it to be easy. This inner shift creates an outer strength. It frees you from waiting on others to validate you. It releases you from the emotional roller coaster of unmet assumptions. It teaches you to show up every day not to control the world, but to master your presence within it. That's the Stoic path. And it's not reserved for philosophers or monks. It's for anyone tired of riding the highs and lows of expectation. Let's return to the question we asked at the beginning. What if the reason you feel constantly disappointed isn't because people fail you, but because your expectations never matched reality? Now you know, the Stoics would say yes. And that truth, while uncomfortable, is incredibly empowering, because it means you can change your experience of life right now, not by changing others, not by predicting the future, but by letting go of the silent contracts you wrote in your head and embracing what actually is. In that space, where expectations fall away, peace begins.